so good afternoon, Mr. Min. So we are Unit 10 group, and this is our video about the case study of Unit 10. So first of all, I would like to introduce about ourselves. So about me first, I'm Nguyễn Ngọc Anh Thư, and my role today is about is customer service manager. The one on my right is Phạm and Thoại. The girl next to me is Nguyễn Ngọc Anh Thư, and we have Đặng Tường Vi and Nguyễn Ngọc Anh Thư respectively. Okay, so good afternoon everyone. I'm the customer service manager, Alex. Thank you guys here. Thank you guys for joining the meeting today to discuss about some problem related to the customer service in our company, Hooray Airline. Okay, so today we gathered to address three things. The first one is to address the recent customer complaints, find solution for it, and finally we will discuss together to have some recommendation for improvement for our airline company. So let's begin by acknowledging the challenges we faced and collaboratively working together towards enhancing our customer service. Okay, so first I would like to hear some typical cases of customer complaint. So we will begin with V.
Okay, thank you team for being here today to listen to my client's complaint. Okay, one of my clients says that there is a problem with our baggage reclaim and the helpline. In particular, her name is Martha Gomez. She flew from New York to London with our airline and lost her suitcase at our baggage reclaim. She tried to contact our helpline, but she was stuck on hold without any response. And being a single woman in London alone, without any of her necessities, without any of her luggage, it can't imagine how desperate she must have felt at this moment. So I think that we should act swiftly, as soon as possible, to make it that she will soothe down her situation at the moment, and otherwise this can be huge on the media.
Okay, so the first case about something related to losing suitcase and the problem with contacting to the helpline. Okay, so who next? Okay, so we will continue with Thoại.
Okay, last week I received 2 complaint email, and the first case is this woman complaining about paying for his assistive device. His name is just request to Korean. He had to pay $13 to hire wheelchair to get on a plane to Paris, and he was furious, and he said that he was not going to put up with this. So he contacted the Disability Rights Commissions, who will be the representative to bring this problem to the court on his behalf. And he also talked to a national newspaper. They are interested in publishing an article how our airline treats him. And the second case is Mr. Kim Danson. He's complaining about his flight was delayed and the way our staff addressed these situations. His flight, he had a flight to Philadelphia on Sunday, and this was delayed for 1 hour, and he had to wait 3 hours to change to a later flight. But our staff refused to do it for him. He was very angry, and he come back home. Then he went to our company to talk about his refund, but there was nothing.
Okay, so your 2 problems are, the first one is something related to the policy for disability.
Yes.
And the second one is something related to the delay time of the flight. Okay, so next one I would like to hear some cases from you.
So I got a complaint about the wrong flight and the attitude of the customer representative. So the case that I received was about Christina Kaminsky, who is a pregnant woman, and she had booked 2 flights for her and her 10-year-old daughter. However, when they got on board, someone was already sitting in their seat, and even though she complained to the stewardess, they still had to move to another place, and her daughter had to sit too far away from her, and her seat had no cushion, just a bare seat stay, and the flight that day was turbulent. And on arrival to Warsaw, when she contacted to our deck, our representative said that what you expect, we're just a budget airline, So I think that she would be very upset without a poor customer service.
Okay, so your problem is around the wrong seat position of customer and the toxic attitude of the representative. Okay, so the last one.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys hear, I received 2 cases that I think we need to solve it as soon as possible. The first one is about the policy of changing booking, and the next one is the customer safety while moving to the plan. Let's move to the first one. His name is Robert McKenzie. He wanted to change his flight to Indonesia because of the emergency. Therefore, he decided to go to the airport to have a new booking. However, his booking was for 2 months' time, which made him pay for $300 for pending because of our policy that the new booking has to be within in 40 days from the earlier booking. And the next one is from the guys just called. He said that although his hand luggage were just over a little bit than the limitation, however, he has to charge about $30, and I believe that he thought it was too much for him. And moreover, he also has to pay for more than $3 for just 2 plastic bags for his toiletries. And yeah, he also complained about the stairway to the plane. He said that it was not safe for him, and he just fell off the way to that and nearly broken his leg. And moreover, on the plane, he said that the steward didn't pay attention to the customer, but talking too much. So yeah, I think we need to solve it.
Okay, so your 2 mentioned problems are about the policy, as well as I think the most important is the staff attitude toward a customer, right? But luckily, one of your case was solved already. So okay, so after hearing from you guys, listening to you guys, we have 5 cases needed to resolve. But I'm sorry, needed to solve. And to prevent the situation from becoming more severe, we should have timely remedial measure. And after listening to your received complaint, I decided to choose 3 cases related to. The first one is the cost to additional assisted device for the customer, disabled customer, right? And the wrong sitting position combined with the unprofessional attitude of the staff, of the person in charge. And the last one is the problem of losing suitcase. Yeah. So why do I choose this? This is because there are many problems happen to us. So we should select this to solve the key problems. We cannot solve all in one time. So we should choose the key problems. And what do we select? They are the things coming from the perspective of making policy in our organization. After that, we should focus on the moral and the attitude during working of human in our organization. And the last one is our working responsibility. Okay, so the first case, cost of additional assisted device. So do you guys have any solution?
Well, the fact that he had to pay $30 for a wheelchair to board a plane is not only violating the reasonable accommodation for the passenger, but also the potential legal issue. Well, if he intends to take the legal action, this will be a threat to our reputation. So I think that we should solve this problem as soon as possible. The first thing I think that we should give him a refund or exclusive treatment would be so appropriate, and we make sure that the customer wouldn't get mad, and then this action will demonstrate our acknowledgement of mistake and our commitment to redeem it. So I think this should come along with sincere apology and explanation as well.
Yes, I think Mr. has the right approach to take. But with the involvement of the Disability Rights Commission, I think we also should need a legalization. I think we need to show them our commitment to solve the issue, and we will have necessary actions if needed, and also that it is advisable for us to avoid any allegations. We should be careful with the state. But what concerns me is about the national newspaper. I think that we should reach out to them first before they reach out to us. And just like with the commission, I think we should state that we are open to deal with this situation. And furthermore, we need to commit that we will upgrade the service for the disability and state that, okay, this is our mistake. And even if things go wrong, I think we will need Jacque's statement too.
Okay, so I got your two ideas. So first of all, toward the customer, we need to give her, we need to give us suitable explain for our mistake. And besides, we also need to have the commitment, the right commitment to the disability department, something like that, I'm sorry. And after that, we need to have some suitable explain to the communication so that we can ensure that we will have not any bad reputation about this. Okay, so the next one, the wrong sitting position.
So, in my opinion, customer service played a very important role in the business operation of any organization. It is a solid base to have the business connect with their customer. So, I think that no matter what circumstances are, the first thing we should do is give apology to our customer, that is Miss Christina, because it's not only show that we are understand her position, but also actively working toward to fixing her issue.
Yes, and furthermore, I think we should offer her some compensation, like 2 free upgrades for her upcoming flight, for example. And also, I need to have a meeting to deliberate the seating policy once again. We need to make sure that this will not happen again. And for the customer service department, I think we need to retain them. They need to show the most subtle way to deal with customers and their problems, and they need to have reasonable attitude too.
Okay, so I couldn't agree more with you guys. Yeah, so I agree totally with your two remedies. But after that, I want to talk briefly about your two ideas. So toward the customer, we should give her an apology, right? And give her a compensation of 2 free class upgrade. Yeah, so, and in terms of the internal solution, we should recommend some change in policy about the customer seat, right? So I also want to add the 2 things more. The first one is we need to review the flight attendants working on that flight that day. And after that, we need to suspend the representative who spoke negatively to the customer for 1 working week, right? Okay, so the last case, losing suitcase.
Okay. For the Manfred case, I have stated that we need to have swift and urgent action, right? Okay, first I think that we need to suit her down. We need to make sure that she will have faith in our airline. And we also need additional assistance if needed, like providing her some immediate needs. And lastly, I think that we should do an investigation as soon as possible. We need to check out her suitcase.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with her. And moreover, I think that we should establish a protocol for keeping customer informed about the progress of their cases. Like, make sure that she will receive the following status about her suitcase. And I think that we should spot this problem about our airline too. This is a real problem, and I think that we should deal with this problem after solving this.
Okay, so first of all, we should put all of our effort to find a suitcase is something that is dispensable in this case, right? And after that, we need to ensure that the information while we try to find her baggage will be updated and the customer can follow them. And after that, handling the online support department for a responsible work, right? Okay, so we also need to ensure that we can contact to her as soon as possible. Maybe offline or online is okay. depending on her demand. Okay, and I just want to ask one more thing, that in the worst case that the lookout cannot be found, so in this case we need to have a reasonable compensation, depend on our policy about this. If the customer had declared the value of the check lookout, so the compensation will be based on the declared value. But in case that they are not anything about the value of the check package of the customer, so the compensation will be based on the weight of the lookout. And in case that are outside the policy, so in this case we cannot give her any compensation, but our customer service department needs to give her a suitable display so that she can understand and she can sympathize with what we are doing. Okay, so alright, that is some solution for 3 typical cases. Okay, and now we move to the last part of the meeting. I would like to listen to you here, having any ideas about company improvement and enhancement in terms of customer service.
Okay, so after considering, I believe that our issue was from our policy as well as the staff behavior. Therefore, I have some suggestions for us. The first one is I think we need to transparent the price when booking. I think it's really important to communicate the total of the cost of the ticket, including all fees such as during booking process, just to make sure that the customer will not fail with our announcement or something if they change. And next one is I believe that we should provide detailed breakdown of the additional charges such as the baggage fee and the seat selection fees. And yeah, moreover, I think we should establish a systematic way to collect feedback from the customer about their experience and use it. I think it's really easy for us to identify the areas for improvement as well as specific problems. And yeah, for example, my case, he just complained about the staff, right? So I believe that the meeting between the manager and the staff is also really important.
Okay. Okay, so do you have any ideas on?
I agree with you that in this part I want to highlight the customer service for the people with disability. Because when we focusing how to serve customer with disability, it's make more our dialogue more accessible and inclusive. So I will mention 3 main points. The first one is person first service and language. Okay, what does it mean? That means that we will see the person first, not the disabilities. And especially when they use our service, we need to speak to them directly and looking them in our eyes. And it is important to choose the right word when communicating. And we should avoid language is hurtful, demeaning, and critiquing. And the second point is we should train our staff member the way they have to interact with people with disabilities. They have to respect them and polite. Moreover, they have to stay calm and professional because they have to handle with different situations. And the last but not least, we should allow them to use assistive device for free. And moreover, I think we should have to carry out a plan for an emergency situations. That's all.
Okay, so I'm quite satisfied with your 2 remedies. So to conclude, I would say that I agree with ideas from both of you guys here, that we need to change some necessary things in our policy, right? And especially the ones related to the disabilities, right? And besides, we need to facilitate to have chances to listen to the customer ideas as well as their feedbacks, because we are the customer service, so we need to ensure that we can keep connecting to the customer directly to understand and to know their demand as well as their emotion, feelings about our company, so that we can have the timely remedies or solution to fix any problem that we have. Okay, but one of the most important thing that I want to emphasize today is I need you guys to organize as soon as possible a retraining program towards our staff, because I need you guys to ensure that we will not have any problems related to the behavior, emotion, or feelings of the staff, because they are not they are unworthy for us to have a meeting like that. Okay, and to some extent, something related to emotional or feelings are something that we can fix. Yeah. Okay, so focus on the flight attendants as well as the customer service department. After that, we will train all of the staff in our company. About the specific things needed to change in our policy, I suggest Nhi and Thoại will send it to me via email after this meeting, please. Okay, so that is the all of the meeting today. So thank you guys for joining our meeting.